Alright, hello guys. I was talking with Shades last night and told her I'd put out a video today kind of showing the base and the people, because she's in mourning now after I died, so it's easier to show things than talk about them. So let's go ahead and get this moving. Now I'm moving this on 1 speed here. Normally I'd play on 2, but it makes it easier if things were to happen while we're doing this. So I guess we'll go through our characters first. I started this on kind of a YouTube theme. So we've got Wrath, we've got Shades, we've got Wraith for Eclipsed Wraith, we've got Jax, we've got Tiny, which is Tin from Dying Lance, we've got Darlene, one of our zombies, we've got She-Devil, we've got Melly, and we've got Arlena, which is modded from Arlene, one of the other zombies. I had a hard time thinking of other YouTubers, females in gaming, that I could use for these two, but I'll probably might come up with someone. So let's look at some skills here. Never's got passion for shooting, melee. He's a real good doctor. Little construction, good miner, artistic, intellectual. Rat's an all-round. Do a lot. Shades, shooter, melee. She's our main cook. 17 with double passion. That means they learn fast. They learn at 150, whereas 1 they learn at 100%, and none they learn at 35%. So things you like more, you learn faster. Wraith is one of the top shooters at 11. He's a good socializer. He does our negotiating and trading. He does when we send someone on trade missions, like peace talks and stuff. He's also our top crafter, so he's the one making bionics and components and stuff like that. Jax, shooter, he's kind of an all-around guy. He's our main researcher. That's what he does basically 24/7 until a fight comes up, or something where I drag him off to do something like, go haul that rice. If I do something like a bulk haul, I can't do this with people in the way. If I grab a bulk haul, then everybody starts hauling stuff. Okay, so that was Jax, right? Yep. Okay, so we're on a Tiny. Tiny's kind of our hauler cleaner. We're right away in storage. What is going on with that? I think it's rotting in my barrels. I think it's something wrong with the temperature. He can cook, he can do a lot of other things, but mainly he cleans, he hauls, he plant cuts. So he's going out doing the forestry, the logging, harvesting wild things, etc. Darlene here, she's just came in. I think she's the one. Nope, that's not the one. She's pretty new though. She's a primary grower. She-Devil was also pretty new. I'm trying to find the old one. She's also pretty new. She's a good miner. These are a couple that just got recruited lately. Melly, socializer, melee. She's real good at melee with double passion, but I gave her a weapon because melee is really not all that useful. She's also a good constructor. She kind of replaced me as constructor. Yeah, she's the one that had put the spine on because she's 64 years old. She had a bad back. She's still frail, so her movement is weakened, but she's at 90% now since I put the bionic spine in. She was at 45% when she had the bad back modifier. Arlena, again with the melee, but she's running an assault rifle just because they're so much better. She's still such a run. See, some of these guys are so new, I haven't reset their automatic behavior. This is what happens when they see an enemy and I'm not telling them to do anything. This is what they'll do automatically. They'll either fight, run, or do nothing. They should all be set on fight. Okay. So now we've done that, we can look at our work tabs. It looks a lot more confusing than it is once you start playing with it. They will automatically do things from the left to the right first. If everything was 1 across the board saying do this first, they would work from left to right. So firefight, be a patient, doctor, bed rest, flick, which is like if I tell them to flick the power off on something. Warden, working with prisoners, handle, working with animals, negotiates, doing trading, cook, hunt, fish, construct, etc., etc. So our leader here, like she mines, then she'll plant, cut, and she'll haul, clean. Darlene will grow. Well, she got some cooking jobs. I think this is just like filling breweries. If you open these up, you can expand them. Yeah, so she'll butcher. Yeah, it's her cooking job because she doesn't have a lot of cooking skill, but she will help with butchering first. And then she'll grow, plant, cut, mine, haul, clean. Jax will do management stuff first. Limited hauling, this is like corpses and burying people. And then research. So he basically sits at the research table 24/7. Yeah, he'll go manage real quick, which is right here. And his research table's there. So I'll come over here and do some management real quick and back to research. Melly, she works with prisoners and trading, then she hunts, then she does construction. Wrath, mines, grows, plant, cut, art. Shades here, plant, cut. Why don't I have you at 2 anywhere? You go from 1 to 3. What did I change on you lately that hasn't been changed back? Probably this. Yeah, this is supposed to be 2 year 2. The plant, cut, grow. No, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, she cooks. And then plant, cuts. And then grow. And then construct, clean. Ellswell's missing because that's her primary is cook. She basically just always cooks. She Devil, that's another new one. Limited cooking, that's like helping with the butchering stuff. That's why they need these half symbol in there. That means it's not really a full one, it's a modified one, which only specific tasks within the broad category. So her real number 1 is clean. She cleans and hauls. And then does some crafting. And just the crafting is different than the smithing. Like the smithing is technically a crafting job, but it's a higher level of crafting. So like the craft alone would be like working over here at the stonecutter's table making blocks. And smithing would be making bionics or making components. Let's see, then Wraith. Good trading. His primary is smithing. The high-tech smithing. And then he'll hunt, tailor, and then lower her craft. So let's take a look at the base. I mean, we started kind of in here. This was a natural cave in through here. So this was our primary, our beginning. And we just put a wall across here. And then we made, this was our first bedroom. This was the exterior of the mountain where we had everybody's beds in here at first. Then we started digging the freezer. And worked out from there. Excuse me. So now we have our defenses. I still want double wall these. This is still very much a work in progress. Stuff breaking down all left and right. Heater, cooler, minor break risk. What's wrong with Shades? What's wrong with you? Oh, husband JC died. Expires in 2 days. Now that originally was 1 quantum in 14 days. It's like 6 weeks. Quantum is a season. Like here it says Jugust. It's kind of like, July, August. They kind of mix up their months so there's not 12 different months. It's 4 quadrants of 15 days each. So yeah, that modifier is minus 20 and it lasted for a long time. Thank God it's about to expire. My husband is dead. I am alone. So it makes it easier to break. But right now she's in her bedroom, which is slightly impressive, spacious interior, and real comfortable. So she's got a lot of positive mods. Mood looks. So this here is storage. Last deal. It's our stone cutter's table. They granite and slate blocks in this. This is smelting. These top ones here, resource plants we're growing. That's from a mod. They grow the resource plants and then you smelt them down. And this one is the pieces that fall from the sky like this. Pieces of the ship. Table. These are all specialty. These 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all canning. Doing different things. One of those is fruit. Canned meat. Canned meal. And canned vegetables. And this is a fruit prep table. Sweets table. Really specialty. I've seen her work at it a couple times. It just kind of comes in turn now and then. She'll pop out some candy or something. That's the food prep table with cheeses and salt 10 meats. We've got a salt mine over here somewhere. I think that's it. That's the brewery where they make the wort and the mash from the sugar cane and the fruit and the corn and stuff. Yep, new levers. Oh, see what I was talking about? How she was going to move on soon? Sure enough, look at that. Out of the blue, it happened while we were on stream. See, that proves I don't do this on purpose, Shades. Shades and Wrath have come together and are now levers. So what that means now is we need to assign him a bed. Oh, he did move into her bed. How about that? Wrath? I'm looking at you, buddy. That's my spot of the bed there. Anyway, where were we? Here's our primary stove. All the different stuff you can cook. Most of this, this is a lot bigger than normal because I've got mods in with different foods and, like the shellfish and stuff. That comes from having the shellfish trap, which is down here. The fishing dock here, that's a mod too, dad fishing. So they'll do things, she'll make stir-fry meals until there's 10, and sushi forever, which is like, we only get fish every so often. So in other words, when we get a little bit of fish in, she'll cook it up. Same with the snails. If we get some snails in or shellfish in, and it's only a few at a time, so they're up top, they'll just get used up. And she'll make fine meals till that's full, then stew, simple meals, and packaged survival meals. This is at the bottom, and they won't eat these usually when there's better food available, but these are good to have for when we do caravans out in the world. Same with the canned goods. Although they seem to eat the canned goods a lot. They must like those, because they make quite a few of them. Canning factory ruined by temperature. I think this happened from that last heat wave. See, I don't know if there's a way. Let's try that. I think they just haven't refilled them to get them going again. There's another ruined by temperature. Must have been from that last heat wave when we lost some power at the same time too. Let's go ahead and refill that one. Refill that. We must not have any fruit to do that one. So that's our cook station. This is the butcher table. See Darlene up there right now butchering a deer. They'll butcher creature forever. So in other words, if there's corpses in here, they'll butcher them all up. Their next job is to make kibble, which is animal food. Get out of the way so I can select this stuff. Get this stuff out of here. Okay, guys, all that leather off. That's ugly, by the way, leather. If you look at the beauty toggle here, see how the negatives, red numbers on that? That's the beauty of a certain grid. So those hides really make the room ugly. And overall, it's a really good room. Extremely impressive, luxurious wealth, extremely spacious for space, neutral for beauty and cleanliness, is slightly dirty. Some of that's from the leather. You can see those numbers getting better. as the leather moves out. And there's some dirt laying around here and there, spots that need to be cleaned. But overall, that's a pretty good room for a crafting slash kitchen room. Okay, so there we have our oven and different, breads and meat pies and sweet rolls and stuff. Just, some stuff for them to make when we get the weird ingredients. Building stone, grains into flour. Pretty self-explanatory. And brewery. This is our simple prosthetics workbench that makes like the simple stuff. There's a simple arm because someone's got a scar on their arm. I forget who it is now. Yeah, she that was the right arm. So the efficiency is 78%. So now that we have the bionics, I can make that better. So you can make a simple one, and then the simple one is an ingredient in the bionic. You take that bionic spine job off because it's done now. Machining table, disassemble mechanoids there, an enemy that comes in. Make charge rifle, make armor vest, make advanced helmet. This is the tailor station, American pants, t-shirt, bandage kits, duster, jacket, poncho, in that order. This is component assembly. We're making components because they're hard to find. You can buy them when traders come in. You start with some, mine a few, but as you start getting into mid-late game, you have to start making them because you can't keep up otherwise. And then we'll make advanced components, which are used components as an ingredient. Those are like for in recipes and parts of the ship that ends the game. Sculptor's table, we did the box table, drug lab, medicine, antibiotics, metronine, which is an ingredient for other stuff. Tool cabinet, see the lines going off to connect everything, it kind of boosts work feedback, there's plus 6%, so it adds 6% to all the other stations. Electric smithy. This I rarely use because it makes kind of primitive weapons. Yeah. And this is the new table we're making, robotics workbench. We still need components to make that. This is the advanced research table. We started with the basic table. Basic research was down here. Multi-analyzer, which adds research speed. A loom. And tissue printer. And we're making a kidney. Actually, we don't need that kidney anymore because that was for JC, and JC's now dead. We can take that job off. Let's see, it'll do these different things. Which come in handy because you guys get hurt. These beds are kind of for when I have people restricted to areas. Like if there's a toxic fallout storm and restrict everyone to indoors. It gives them some beds when they can't get out to the normal bedroom, basically. And actually, well, that's right, that's not part of the indoor area because that's actually open to the outside over here. But it should be in the roofed area. Click show roof. Yeah, it is roofed. So we should add it to this area here, roofed. So what you do there, you go to architect, zone area, expand allowed areas, and we'll select the roof area. We'll add those beds to the roofed area. That area again is for, it's mainly used, this spot here actually doesn't have a roof, that's why it's not part. Most of it is. So we can connect this so they can travel through there. Yeah. I've got the one spot there without a roof because these things here, it's exhausts from the heaters. The exhaust from the ACs put out heat into this side. That doesn't come out of the freezer, it doesn't come out of this room. Since I can't do them to the outside, I do them into this area. which is technically outdoors because there's no wall here. So it lets that heat out. Otherwise, it basically get really hot. So yeah, that's, you know, what that kind of, this is really considered outdoors. If you look over on the right, it says outdoors. Out here it says outdoors. Here it says outdoors. Here it says indoors. See, all this area here, this hallway going around, everything is outdoors. So if they sleep in these, they're going to get a slipped outside buff, but it's better than sleeping on the ground indoors, I think. Storage for cloth and clothes and stuff. Bedroom. This one's tiny's. And they like big bedrooms. I see the space, quite spacious. That's a positive buff they get. This is She Devils, somewhat spacious. Melly, somewhat spacious. This is our beer room, brewing room with a stockpile also. Jax's room, freezer, hospital. I see the temp here where it says indoors, see the temp over here. The outside is 74. Inside most of the base is 72. In here it's 29, which is actually kind of warm. Target is 0. Target is 0. Why are you 28 degrees in here? Why are you not frozen? You are roofed. Or was that the cord that was broken down and then temps dropped? Now it's down to 27. And I haven't made this bigger lately. I might need to put a third cooler in here. Let's deconstruct this wall. Wraith, come over here and deconstruct that wall. If we got any components to make a cooler, how many does that take? Temperature, cooler, 3 components, 50 steel. We don't have components at the moment, so I can't knock out that other wall yet. But yeah, I guess I'll have to put another cooler. That's probably not the best spot. Stop that, Wraith. Cancel that. Maybe if I put the exhaust over here. And then vent that this way. I don't easily have another spot to hit the outside anywhere, so I'm looking at to exhaust the heat from the cooler unit. Okay, way to work in there. I could put it here. It's right next to that one though. I don't suppose it'd make too much difference. It actually should be fine. That's what we'll do. We'll deconstruct this and this. When those are done, we'll get some components back. We'll put another cooler right here beside this one, because this is outside the geothermal plant. Okay, where were we? Here's the prison. These diamonds here are still a job to be done. They're smoothing the floors, which makes it pretty. That's how I was talking about how you want the prison to be a nice room. Why are we paused here? Am I paused or is the game? Okay, that's why they're not moving. This guy's a visitor at one time that got bugged out and stuck in there. Yeah, like the beds here are, there's a superior bed, another superior bed, a normal bed. I actually need to put another chair in there. So I can't put another chair here because it'd be eating here. Same as this chair eats here. They'd be sharing that spot, so it wouldn't do any good. I've got a refrigerator to keep some meals in, a nightstand that adds comfort to the beds. Dresser, see these lines are connected to the beds. Dresser adds comfort. Another end table. Doesn't add a lot, but you know, adds some. This is our hospital. There's sterile tile floors. If you look down here in the corner, it'll tell you what you're on, like you're on soil, grass, slate tile floor. This is sterile tile, which you actually have to use silver to make. Silver's your currency. So these hospital beds are, the floor is expensive, and these hospital beds use silver to make too. They also use medicine, not just herbal meds that you can grow. Like we've got 86 herbal meds here, but these medicines that I have 2 of, that's like actual medicine. And then there's what they call glitter world medicine, which is off-world medicine that's really high tier. But this stuff here alone is pretty rare. And these beds use 10 apiece. These hospital beds use 10 apiece of that good medicine. We've got a vitals monitor, which helps reduce surgery success and immunity speed gain. Basically, when you get sick, you'll get a sick number, a sickness number, and an immunity number. And if the sickness number gets to 100 before the immunity does, you die. So with this helping the immunity gain speed by 2%, it helps you heal better. That adds the medical 10 quality and the surgery chance. And where these are just normal beds. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hospital beds, which is really late game stuff. With the vitals monitor, which is even better. So yeah, we got a nice hospital going. Psychic Soothe. Every colonist of the female gender smiles with contentment. Some distant engine of happiness is stirring. It is projecting a powerful psychic drone over this entire region on a frequency that only seems to affect the female gender. For a few days, some people's mood will be quite a bit better. So if we look at like Shades here, for example, get her needs Psychic Soothe, so it adds a 15 positive buff. And look here, she's got Opinion of My Lover Wrath, +8, and a -20 from husband died. I mean, you know, the buff hadn't even gone off yet. It's just getting positive moodlets. Tons of joy, got some loving. I mean, you know, these moodlets are just funny, and the things they'll do, they'll fight, get into a fist fight, and bruise each other, and break ribs and stuff with each other's. You know, insulted, insulted as a debuff, you know. Another storage room. I tend to separate off some storage so that, you know, it makes sense and things fit. Like, see this thing here? It's an orbital trade beacon. Lets you use the comm station here to communicate with spaceships to sell when the traders come by. Well, to sell anything off-world through that, you have to have one of these trade beacons in place. So like this storage down here is only stuff that I'm not going to be selling. So I didn't have to bother building those trade beacons in there. You know, not wasting the resources, because these components and steel, which are more rare resources. And this here too. I don't think I have, yeah, I do have one in there. I got 2 in here because the cooler is so big. And we grow a lot of food, so food's a good export for trade. Let's see, who do we got living over here? Shades and Wrath, Darlene. We've actually got an open bed. Has everybody got a bed? I think somebody must be sleeping over here in these little beds. We shouldn't have an open bed. Yeah, Arlena. They automatically grab their own bed when they come in, and they won't necessarily grab where they should go, you know, like the best spot. So we'll manually assign Arlena as the owner of that bed. So that'll be her bedroom now. Okay, these are our power. Where is... Wow, so we got a wind turbine here. This one here is actually missing. Power. Wind turbine. We gotta get you rebuilt. Yes, I know, not enough materials stored. You'll... Space already occupied. Huh? Oh, that's why I had it down too far. It was catching the boundary of this one. Yeah, we gotta get that rebuilt. Then you can put the blue lines are power lines, by the way. These solar panels you can build out here without blocking the wind generator, but if there's trees in this area, then the wind power will be reduced. Blocked by roof. Where is there a roof blocking you? Oh, I bet it's back here. See, that's not good. I built that piece of roof here just recently to deal with an event we had going on near the roofed path. So, zone area, remove roof area. Yeah, see here it's in the cone of that. So we'll take this roof off there. And we'll grab, I'm so used to grabbing JC for construction. Where's our primary constructor now? She-Devil. So She-Devil will come over here, prioritize removing these roof areas. That should get rid of most of them, I think. Now I've got kind of on slow speed. Usually I'll run it on speed 2 here, so they move more like this. Yeah, that cleared that off. And yeah, see now it's actually generating low power. It must be low wind, but it is putting out 80 watts. Now they're good, really good early game before you get solar. They do give you a little bit of power, and early game you don't need a lot anyway. These put out 1700 watts, and these geothermals put out 3600. Now I've got 3 of those now. This is our guest area. Again, still a lot of smoothing to be done. But they've got good quality beds, superior. The higher level your construction is, the higher stuff you build. Normal, good, excellent. Yeah. This is a gift they last visitors left us because they were happy, so we'll haul that away. They've got a joy source, which is their horseshoe pin. They got a table, planters, which helps with beauty in the room. They got dressers for their beds, end tables and dresser. We got graves, and they even tell you, who's in the grave. These in the ground graves like this I use for people we've killed. Generally speaking, I try not to bury colonists. You try to bury the colonists just in these. These 2 just got built. So yeah, okay, they're set right. No stranger corpse. No stranger, only colonists. So these are their dead colonists. Java's in that one. No, Java made it. I'm in that one, JC. And Arroyo is in that one. That's the colonists that have died. Only 2, it's pretty good. When we started at 5, went up to 7, these 2 died. And then now we're back up to 9. Steel traps at this entrance. See all these people we've killed. These are normal graves. It tells you, the name of the person. These are all raiders, pirates or tribal raiders, whatever, different kinds of raiders. But those are all bad guys that we've killed in raids. And then we got our farm. We're growing carrots, potato. First, I guess, let me show you. See the different zones. See how some of them are split in half. Because some of the smaller things I don't like going a little bit of. So we got carrots, potato, corn, rice, heel root, which is herbal meds, squash, pumpkins, eggplant, it's tomato vine, this is cotton, potatoes again, hops for beer, red lentils, and wheat, beans, and I think down here in the corner he has tobacco, olive tree, and smoke leaf plant, which you roll smoke leaf joints out of here at the crafting spot, sugar cane, cycloid, which makes drugs, nurtriflower makes its ingredient that's used in both drug production and medicine production. Devil strand is a high-end clothing material. Corn, steel, shroom tree, which makes you get these things and you smelt them to get resource. So steel, plasteel, which is kind of high-end stuff for the ship and different bionics and stuff. Gold, silver, uranium, and jade. Now all these here, these 6 resource plants are they're mod, of course. I just have recently had to come out here outside my walls and build another geothermal plant because I was running short on power. It's all in that wood, guys. See, this is where our management table that we showed, where Jax would come do management tasks and then research. See, now he's doing management tasks, doing essential colony stuff. Now he's resting. That's inherent manager. Like hunting, get a hunting job. Where it tells them that they'll go flag for hunting. I don't want them hunting boom rats and boom willows because those explode when they die. Don't really want them hunting cougars and grizzly bears for obvious reasons. So you set the area where they can hunt. Actually, they can be unrestricted now because the insects are gone. So I don't have to keep it away from that. But it sets the different animals, what they're allowed to hunt for food, and how much to keep. So I want to keep 300 food, 300 meat. Right now we've got 337 and 80 expected from butchery. That's already corpses in the freezer, so we're already 100 over. So when it gets low, the manager here will do his management task and will automatically flag more stuff to be hunted. Forestry flags trees to be hard. This one here just keeps the turbine area clear, and this job is for cutting trees down in the wild. Animal manager, you can set it to tame animals that are out in the wild. Our current one is just set for these dromedaries here, which are basically camels. We'll keep 2 adult female, 2 adult male, 3 of each juvenile. Anything over that will be butchered for food. So it keeps control of the animal. Now they breed slow anyway, so you don't get a lot. But things like chickens or rabbits, you end up with 50 or 60 all of a sudden that you're trying to feed. So this keeps that number under control. Once it reaches those limits, everything over will be killed off for food. Wild foraging, which I've got most of it turned off now, because I think I've got all of it turned off now. Because we grow so much food, I don't need that anymore. Wild mining, I don't really bother setting that up on the manager. And power management is a research thing I haven't done yet. But speaking about research, you might as well look at the research tree, since it seems to be the direction this video is going. Just kind of showing off the game, everything in it. All different things you can research. And things we've done, of course, are these bright yellow. And we're kind of working our way towards the ship components now. And the ship cryptosleep gaskets and cluster, sensor cluster, these are all ship parts. With this, I've got a research mod in that trees it out better like this, and where you can actually click out on something and it'll fill in the prerequisites behind it automatically. And you can queue research up, which in vanilla you can't queue up research. You have to just when a research ends, it pops up and tells you, and then you just have to manually go in and reset your next research. But this is really nice, being able to queue stuff up. But yeah, it's quite involved, as you can see, the different stuff you can research. I've done a good portion of it. Yeah, specific things that I want, some things that I don't bother with. I mean, yeah. And you can even research, television. Which, I've never built TVs, but I assume it's just a beauty modifier, or it's a room buff. Make things better, keep your pawns happier. So anyway, I guess we're about at the point. Oh, we do. Where do I need 3 components for a cooler? I have 2 here, so just here, that's components. Temperature, cooler, yeah, I need 3. Well, wait till I have 3 before because as soon as I knock this wall out, the temperature's going to start escaping. I'm going to queue him up. 2 jobs to get rid of those. So that when I do components ready, I can just knock out this one section and put the cooler in. But anyway, there's our overview of our area. Oh, these are turrets, by the way. These are for defense. And if you look here, there's a switch with the power coming out to just these turrets after the switch. Same with this switch here controls these turrets. So this other stuff is directly connected to the grid. This, not to the switch. So the switch is set to auto enemy. So when an enemy comes within range, the switch will flick by itself and turn on the turrets. So when they come in, they die. Now that's where, see, JC died actually right about here. He was behind this corner of the wall, and the sappers came in and used grenades and took out this piece of wall. So I had people behind this, and these turrets should have done a real good job on them, except that was before I built this. And when the raid started, I had about a third battery power, because we'd come off a solar eclipse that had drained the batteries. I think it was a solar eclipse, or maybe it was a zit, where a wire short circuits and makes a fire, and it drains all your batteries. Anyway, I didn't have full battery power for backup, and the power was marginal at the time, power supply overall. It ran everything fine, but when it tried turning on all these turrets, that's a lot of turrets here and here that are all on this one switch. So it flicked on these turrets, which actually I should probably, speaking of which, I could put another switch in there to break that off. Oh wait. But anyway, when I tried flicking on all those turrets, it did. They all came on, but it drained the batteries off quick. And right as we're down to like 3 or 4 pirates left, had a few injured people, and the turrets ran out of juice, and that's when JC got shot in the head twice. And here we got a pirate merchant trade ship passing by. So Wraith is leaving, so we'll grab Jax, who's our secondary trader. We'll tell him to come over here and call the pirate merchant. Puts that to more normal speed so we can do it without waiting an hour. And we'll do a little trade here if they've got anything. See there, they've got components. Now, the red means they're overpriced over the average, but we need them anyway, so we'll buy them. We'll buy all your medicine. Why is our money not showing up here? Weird. Anyway, we'll sell this and this and this. All this wine and liquor stuff, I mainly grow that for sale, so that's all. Sell. This armor vest D means came from a dead person, so my guys won't want to wear it. So we'll sell that. And we'll sell this one too, because it's pretty low quality. We've got better that we're wearing. So that'll be it. We're basically just buying some components and selling some stuff. And our purchases arrive via dropship. So we haul that. And we haul those. So we got some stuff and gained a little. We gained 200 silver, which we got 3,800, and we got some stuff. So that's good. I mean, we can get some stuff and gain some money. Successful trade. That means that we can now, I'm going to pause this, deconstruct that, send She-Devil over here to deconstruct that. Basically, I want to get this cooler in here before somebody else grabs up those components and leaves me stuck with a hole in my freezer that I can't fill. So, Wraith, work on cooler. And most importantly, grab those components for something else does. We've only got 5 total. We need 3 for this. So our pirate merchant's gone. We can dismiss that alert. I don't want you building the turbine. I want you building this. Oh, I sent Wraith to do it instead of She-Devil. Duh. So Wraith dropped off some of the stuff. Yeah, so he dropped off the first load of steel. So She-Devil now should be doing this. There we go. Come on, get the cooler in. You see my temperature coming up. See now this cooler is indoors. It's 100 degrees. We must be in the middle of a heat wave. Yeah, it's 99 degrees outside. We got a heat wave event going on. That's why that cooler is struggling to maintain temperature. Yeah, my food's gonna start going bad if you don't hurry up here, She-Devil. Especially with, you know, the geothermal vent putting out here, putting out heat, and with a hole in this wall, it's pumping that heat right into my freezer. Calling components. Some research finished for robot types. Notice how they path through there carrying that corpse because they saw the open spot. You know, it's a path in. Jeez, come on already. Where are you hauling them components from? China? There she comes finally. The temp's up to 107 in there. Come on. Okay, so its target temperature when it goes in is at 70. So we want that. I think I've got, wherever I get the other one set, 0, yeah. So we want this one down to 0. That's the target temp. Now let's see what this temp does. Well, it's down from 107 to 77, 76, 75. Come on, get down to freezing. Because if you look at the food here, you come in close and select it, not refrigerated, spoils in 3 quantums. Not refrigerated, spoils in 11 days. Not refrigerated spoils in 3 days. Not refrigerated spoils in a day. Down to 59 degrees, 58. Come on, baby, drop. Let's get down into refrigerator. Yeah, these are all set to 0. Now refrigerated spoils in a day, we're down to 49, 48. I think 40 is the limit on refrigerated. We're at 45 now. Okay, that's refrigerated. 44. Come on, baby, get down to frozen. When you get down to frozen, then it won't spoil at all. I don't want to be losing food. Ooh, cargo pods. Let's see what we got here. Cargo pods, jump to location. Stuff that magically falls from the sky. We've got 8 baked polenta. We unforbid it. Set to haul urgently. Set a regular haul on that. Steel slag to be smelted down. Let's check out our temperature again here. 32. Frozen, won't spoil. So we managed to get our freezing down and we didn't lose any food. That's good. Yep, all this stuff's rotting. Why are you rotting? The storage zone shouldn't allow rotting. It doesn't. Rotting, so we'll haul that crap out of here. That's rotting too. How did this stuff get in here in the first place? Shouldn't have been allowed to be stored here. At some point some priorities got messed up. Or it rotted while it was in there is more likely. Some of the time we lost power or something. Okay, well anyway, those will get hauled out. Or maybe not, because there's probably not any place that will allow rotten. So what we can do real quick to fix that, we'll make a new stockpile zone. Say here. Storage, clear all, critical, allow rotten foods. We'll put a pause. So then we'll send you no empty accessible spot configured to store it. Why not? Did that zone not take? Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, it's plant matter. Maybe. Resources, plant matter. That must be what it is. It must be classed as plant matter. Well, actually, it was the stuff that was rotten. Squash. Okay, so let's try this again. No spot configured to hold. But it did all those. I don't want those there. See, something snuck in this way. Okay, gotta be quick with this kind of stuff. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll delete that zone. And put a haul command on that. Put a haul command on that. Make a new stockpile zone. storage, allow rod, allow it all. Critical priority. We will haul you and haul you. Sometimes you gotta trick the game into doing what you want it to do. All that rotten squash out of my freezer. And then what I'll do here is hopefully nothing else got hauled down here. Some stuff did, and that's alright. I can fix that. Okay, so that got dropped off. So go back into zone area, delete zone, and then all this stuff back in. Leaving the rotten squash by itself outside. Okay. Oh, we got more pirate merchants. That's the caravan that's actually coming in person. I was telling you how you can recruit from within caravans and stuff. So we'll grab Wraither, we'll select him. And we want to trade with the guy with the question mark here. That's the trader. So they'll go trade. Cats join. Jump to location. 2 cats. Oh my god, what are all these? Are these? Look at all these cats that joined our group randomly. So talk about random events. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cats. Just randomly decided to join the colony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 9 cats. First we'll restrict them to the home area. And they can't even be trained for obedience or anything. I'm tempted to just kill them for food. Let's go manager. Livestock available. Cats. We'll keep 1 adult of each and 2 juvenile of each. Slaughter excess. Restrict to area. Animal area. No master following. Butcher access. Blah 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 blah. Manage. That's why those keep getting set to follow master on the dromedaries. It was scrolled down there, it was hidden, set master follow. Okay. Because if you set that, they tend to get shot in battle more because they're following their master around, and you really don't want them doing that, because then they follow him also into a fight. It's like here, Reth is the one that trains him, so they assign him as master, and when he goes into a battle, they follow him and the animals get shot. So okay, we get that sort of. So yeah, we just had 9 cats join the colony right out of the blue. Buffy, Zoe, Nathan, Darcy, S'mores, Patience. I don't know where the others are. Oh, there's the Elsa. Craziness. Okay, here's our trader. What are we doing? Oh, we could sell some of these cats. 10-year-old female, 12-year-old female. We'll sell you. Sell the other old female. So we've got male at 4, male at 6, male at 5. We'll sell you. We'll sell you. So what do we still got left? We've got a male 2, female 5, a female 2. 4. Well, that's good. We saw 4 of them. Do we want to sell any of our camels? We got a new camel here. Male, male, male. We only got 1 female. Let's go ahead and sell off this newest calf. We need another female calf, so we need. We've got now 2 males. Only the 1 female. And I think that's the one. She's got brain damage from a toxic fallout event. She goes into sad wander states every now and then. Oh, we'll buy all your medicine. No, we don't want to buy a polar bear. We'll sell you our cornwort and our sugarcane mash. We'll not sell you our gold. We'll sell you our buds. And accept. They don't have enough money to fully cover transaction. Go back. People were asking to buy this and they've only got this. So I guess we'll keep some of these other cats. We'll keep you. And we're still $23 over. Oh, we hadn't bought the medicine for some reason. Okay, so that works. We can go ahead and sell that cat, and then we're under. When I sell them this much, and they'll still leave them $30. Okay. All this junk in. Kitty cats passing through. Some will be getting slaughtered soon because they're over the numbers. Alright, well anyway, there's our little base tour / overview explanation of Rimworld. Hope you learned a little something there, shades, and enjoyed some other things there. You and Little Wrath are getting a little bit of love. Did you see the hearts coming up? You probably got buffs. Got some love and ×2. Alright guys, we're out. See ya.